What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Amir's Pickleball. I'm gonna give you guys 5 drills that surely will make you a better player. Let's jump right into it. First drill we're gonna work on is serves and returns. So what we're gonna be doing is 4 serves and 4 returns from each square with my partner Hamza. So pretty much what you wanna work on is, if you are the one serving, you wanna basically try to aim for the lower third of the court. So Hamza's gonna start us off here. And where I want him to kind of aim for is at least this part of the court. So if he's gonna be serving, that's where he wants to kind of aim to make sure it is a very deep serve. So let's start it off. We're gonna be doing 4 serves and 4 returns each, and we're just gonna keep resetting after the return. So we're not working on third shots right now. Okay, so that doesn't count because it wasn't deep enough. Perfect. All right, that's good. That's 1. Perfect. Nice return. All right. I think for this drill, you really just want to focus on your serves. Serve as big as possible, but try to return as big as possible as well. Perfect. There we go. Prime example right there. That's it. That's 3. All right, guys, so in this drill, I'm gonna call this one no man's land. So pretty much I'm gonna be right here in no man's land. You don't wanna be here, but I want each and every one of you guys to be as comfortable as possible at any point of the court. So to do that, we definitely wanna be here just to hit as many balls here as we can so we can be as comfortable as possible. So pretty much we're just gonna have a timer for 5 minutes each. He's gonna be attacking my feet, and I'm gonna be resetting and trying to drop it in the kitchen as best as possible. You wanna try to reset this ball where it peaks on your side of the court and is on the decline on his side of the court. And you basically want it to drop somewhere right there or a little bit deeper, just so you can just reset the ball and buy yourself more time to get to the kitchen. So let's get this going. All right. Oh shit, my bad. Yeah. You're not gonna win the point from here, guys. You're just trying to buy yourself some time to get to the kitchen in a real world situation. Don't do anything fancy here. No, that was good, that was good. These drills are really good because both of you guys are working on something very beneficial here. All right, here we go. Let's start this timer. All right, here we go. All right, that was good. That was a very healthy run there. Another tip, guys, is you want to make sure you make the decision very quick if you're going to take it out of the air or you're going to let it bounce. Or if it's going out too. So in a real world game, these can also be going out. Great. Ooh, nice. Nice shot, dude. All right, guys, so next drill we're gonna be doing is hands drills. We're pretty much just gonna dink, and then after about 3 or 4 dinks, we're gonna have to speed it up. Me and him both are still trying to get better at hands battles, so we're not the best at it. But again, this is for beginners towards intermediate level, so we're not gonna be professionals obviously yet, but hopefully one day we will be. Good. Good. Ooh, that was good. Always want to think about where your opponent's chicken wing is going to be. So for me, my chicken wing is going to be right here. So he's going to want to aim for my right hip because this is all I can do right here. Or I can try to get like slide over and hit a forehand, which I would most likely do. I feel much better hitting a forehand there than a chicken wing here. All right, guys, so now what we're gonna be working on is dinks. And what I want you guys to focus on your dinks is basically trying to make sure they're not dead dinks where they're sitting pretty high and your opponent can speed up on you. You wanna make sure keep them low, but also try to keep them as deep as possible too. So just make sure that they're somewhere in this general region. I'll show you guys some examples before we start the timer. We're gonna do 5 minutes of this way, 5 minutes of that way, and then we're gonna do forehand and backhand and vice versa. So diagonal. I'll show you guys what bad dinks look like. So that's a bad dink. You can easily speed that up on me. Again, that was okay, but it's just like, just sitting them high. He can easily just speed up on me. That's why you don't want to do that. A lot of beginners do this. Just keeping them high. So you don't want to keep them high. You want to keep them as low as possible, just like that. So I can't reach in and attack it. All right, here we go. There you go. Speed up whenever you can. Good. Take it out the air anytime you can to take away time from your opponents. You're always trying to take it out the air. Your number one option is taking it out the air. There we go. There you go. That was nice. That was out of balance, but. Oh, that was unlucky. So I got lucky there, but something you don't want to do in a real game is if you're off balance, I'm off balance here. The ball was sitting high, which helped me out, but most of the time when you're off balance, you can barely see the ball, you're probably not gonna hit that shot. So this is, forehand to forehand here. So we're just both working on forehands. So dinking is just so much easier when you're drilling them, but once you're in a game or even a tournament game or a tournament match, they are so hard. For some reason, they're just way harder. I guess you have way more pressure to hit your dinks and not mess up, but it's almost like automatic when you're drilling them. Always get behind the ball too. That was flow state. That was good. keeping the paddle in this position, not really using wrist unless you absolutely have to. Let's say if you're getting a really deep one, you kind of need that extra flick to help you. A lot of people say not to do that, but it helps me in tough situations to just kind of flick it back. But just kind of use just your shoulder to kind of sway you there. Also, you can't really miss if you keep it locked like that. If you keep it open, you might pop it up to him. So just kind of. There you go. Woo, that was nice. All right, guys, so now what we're gonna be working on is working on 7-11. Yeah, so pretty much how it works is you're gonna have a player at the kitchen and you're gonna have one player at the baseline needing to work his way up to the kitchen. The player at the kitchen needs 11 in order to win the game, and the player at the baseline only needs 7 because he's at a disadvantage. He needs to work his way up. Pretty much you're just gonna be playing the game as if it was skinny singles. You're pretty much just playing it through. It's just one person starting at the kitchen. If the first 2 hits are a no-go, we don't count a point for either side, okay? So it's 0-0 right now. I need 11 to win, he needs 7. It's called 7-11. Good. He's gonna try to inch his way up and try to win the point. All right, so now it's 1-0 for me. And this game is really good because it kind of incorporates everything we've been working on this entire drill session, and it kind of brings it together. Here we go, 1-0. Obviously, you want to work on each other's forehand and backhand, so whenever you can, try to incorporate that. Just out, just out. All right, so we redo that because it was within the first 2 shots. 3-1 still. Nice. Nice. Oh, that was good. All right, 4-1, 4-1. Ooh! Out. Nice, dude. That was a very good defense. Very good defense. Prime example on what you're supposed to do if you're starting at the baseline. Very good defense there. Here we go. Thanks. Another tip, guys, is you want to split step every time he's about to make contact with the ball, which pretty much is just planting your feet, getting ready to move left to right. All right, guys, that concludes today's video. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two with these drills. Me and Hamza are hopefully gonna be utilizing these drills at least once a week in order to get a little bit better at pickleball. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.